So how is it going, everyone? Welcome to the League of Europe. We're here for Division 3. It is round 3 for the Bahrain Grand Prix. I am joined with Mr. RJW. Would you like to say hello?
Hello?
Hello. Before we show you anything for qualifying, I'm just going to show you the hot lap of Bahrain. It is done by Ivor Bryn Mike, so big props to him for getting a lap done and also being commentated on by RJ. So I hope you guys do enjoy.
15 corners make up the Bahrain International Circuit for round 3 of the LOE Championship, as we are following on board with Ivor for his lap of the circuit here in Bahrain. As you come across the start finish straight line, one of 3 DRS zones on this track. Long, straight, easy overtaking opportunity down into turn 1, which is a hairpin nearly 180 degrees. Very difficult to get traction on the exit. Turn 2. A tight left-hander leads back onto the second DRS straight down towards turn 4, and that is the first sector. Hard braking down into turn 4, third gear for Ivor there, as now you come into the more technical sector of turn 5, turn 6, down the hill, turn 7, and then into turn 8, which is a tight hairpin, which widens on entry but shallow on the exit. As now the most difficult corner probably on the whole calendar, turn 10. You're turning while braking, very difficult to do and very easy to lock up, as onto the third DRS straight now, down into turn 11, and now into a fairly easy part of the track, but very easy to lose the curb, the car on this curb on the right hand side, and that is the second sector. 2 straights on final sector. That was turn 13, so 2 more corners to go. Final corner is the final 2 corners are effectively 1 corner, turn 14, but there's a little kink of 15 there, as Ivor comes into the line, opens the DRS, and that is the lap of the Bahrain International Circuit.
So there you have it. That is the hot lap for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Again, thank you for Ivor Bryn Mike for sending in that lap, and thank you to RJ for commentating on that one. You guys can always send in, if you do like a YouTube link, send it over to myself on Discord, or just maybe put it in the stream chat, and then maybe for next week, because I think next week is China. So what I'll do is next week as well, if I'm commentating for Division 3, I'll get that put on for the stream as well. But now into the actual qualifying. We already have Frey, who is out of qualifying. I don't know what happened to him, but he's already done 2 laps on his hard tyres and is at best at the moment P7, but lots of people still haven't done their laps just yet.
There was a lot of debris at turn 4. So yeah, no, his car stopped on the side of turn 4. Yeah, no, he's I think he's hit the wall. He's yes, I think he spun off and into the wall on the right hand side, which is a shame.
Yeah, a bit interesting, to say the least. I'm just watching Ivor Bryn Mike as well. He, funny enough, the one that we was just doing his hot lap as well. He's done a 29.3 on the hards, which isn't actually that bad of a time for a hard runner. I think Adri is going into the pits. No, he's actually starting another lap on the hards now. So we've only got 10 minutes to go through this session. I know we started the stream just a little bit late. I just had to get like all the stuff sorted out first, so we could do what we done at the beginning of the stream.
Can I put my disclaimer in now?
Go for it.
If I scream really loudly, it's because I'm very excited about something not happening on the racetrack. It's my disclaimer. There you go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Currently 25 viewers already, and the stream's only just started. Wow.
Jesus.
Welcome to everyone that's watching. We hope you will enjoy some action from our lowest division. Even though it is the lowest division, they never fail to amaze us whatsoever.
Super competitive.
It is.
Division, so.
Yeah. And there's 19 drivers, so that is a very good turnout as well for Division 3. Usually it is with Division 3 that they have like a lot of people that turn in. But we have a returning face. One that actually was racing with us last season. Didn't sign up this season, but I think just more signed up as a reserve. Someone in the papaya. It's Maka. He's back.
The legend.
He is back.
Well, at least he's not upside down this time.
Yeah.
Last time I saw him on a racetrack, he was upside down, so at least that's not happening. As he goes very deep into turn 4.
I think that's probably just hampered his lap, or even maybe been in on in lap. But either way, that did not work too well. Mr. Woot has actually gone into P3, so our reserve driver this evening. Nicely done from him actually on the hard tyres. Same with James. Actually, that was Mr. Woot's first lap on the hards. Even heated as well.
Oh.
Just beat his time.
Wow. Yeah, these are some good laps actually.
For Division 3 as well.
For,
I thought they'd be a bit...
Yeah.
Like, these are almost sort of like Division 2 times, to be honest.
These
on
are
the hards.
Kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, this is scaring me.
I'm a bit worried.
Yeah.
But let's see, who have we got out on a lap at the moment? Ghost, I think, is on his in lap. Quite a few guys on their out lap. I think Ryan B might be going for another lap, so we'll hop on board with him. Let's see. Oh no, he's weaving in a straight, so he's not going to be doing another lap unless he's about to go for one right now. Maybe. No, he's going in the pits. What about the Renault of Adri? Because so far he's done a 29.7. So let's see if he's going to end up improving on his lap, or if he's actually on a lap to start off with. It don't think he is, because I'm looking at the top right and this is 1 minute and 45. So yeah, he's just going into the pits.
Now, there's 2 runners that have actually set times on the medium so far, and now that makes me wonder, are they going to go on the softs? Well, actually, they've only done 1 lap, but I don't know. They've gone a bit early. What I thought to be an actual lap on the medium. So,
I don't know. We'll see. Mike's just gone even faster on his hard tyres. It was only just a fraction of a bit faster, but still faster nonetheless. He's done 5 laps on those hard tyres as well. So
going again.
Yeah. I think James is also on a lap at the moment. Yeah, he's in hot lap mode, so we'll keep on board with the Hash driver, who is on... Oh, he's just gone around the penultimate corner, so we're just waiting for him to come up to the start-finish straight as he comes around the final corner now. Is he going to improve on his time of a 129.5? It looks as if he will. A 29.0. I am very worried now.
I did say before the stream, I know 2 of these guys are very quick, and yeah, James is one of them, and the other one was Ivor. They've both done a lot of laps on the hards, so they will have to go on the mediums surely. But we don't. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see. Smitsky's improved on his time. He's gone faster than his Spaniard teammate, doing a 129.7, so nicely done from him. I'm on board with MCR at the moment, though. The now newly full-time driver in the McLaren. So congratulations to that Spaniard. He's coming around at the final corner right now. Is he going to be as best as what James and Ivor Bryn Mike will be? He goes P3, so he goes 5 thousandths of a second ahead of Ivor Bryn Mike. So that's actually a really good time as well. I am very worried.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to touch on MCR. It's good that it's actually really good to have MCR back. It's I think it's timing issues that are stopping him from racing in Div 2, and we know he's very competitive in Div 2, so it's good to have him back in one form. And I mean, he's showing what he's made of in Div 3, to be honest.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, like, it would be good if MCR could race in like a sort of a more competitive division for him. Not saying that Division 3 isn't competitive, but as in like, I feel like MCR is just a bit quicker than these guys. Excuse me. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, James is better than him so far, and I think it's a fight between those 2 in the championship as we speak. So
Yeah.
We'll see how the pair of them get on. I think MGMBJ, or as he's now known as LOE Nico, who's actually I'm watching on a lap at the moment. I mean, he's going to be... he is up there. First race in Australia, I think he ended up winning it, if I'm not mistaken.
He was third in Australia and he didn't race in Hungary.
Right,
James
okay.
won in Australia.
Oh, right, yes, yeah. But yeah, when I saw his performance in Australia, it was pretty impressive, to say the least. And he's just completely cut the final corner, so that's his lap out of the way.
The other driver that we need to be watching out for is Heated, because he didn't race in Hungary, but second place in Australia. So and he's up there again in quali at the moment. So we'll have to watch out for him.
Yeah, we certainly will. I'm watching Ibo flick on and off his DRS, just slowing out of the way, moving out of the way for other cars. As I believe that was a Leddy that was actually going past Ivo on a lap, so I'll watch him. I know that it's now the business end of the qualifying session. A lot of these guys are now going to opt to go out on the mediums. We'll keep an eye as well on who ends up going out on the soft. Silent Shifting and Cloudy Cloud look to be the only two so far that are going out on the softs. I think Maka just done a bit of a banker lap on the softs, doing a 130.5. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. As Aledi comes across the line, he goes P5, only 15 hundredths of a second slower than Mike and MCR, but they've done theirs on the hard tyre, so I'm interested to see what times these guys are doing on the mediums. But not a bad lap from Aledi nonetheless. That's for sure.
Another one we're looking out for. We've got to be looking out for. I guess Ryan. Ryan had a good result last week, obviously, second place, and the other one is LFC, who hasn't actually scored points yet, but he didn't start in Australia and he had quite an unfortunate race last week. So on his day, he should be up there. We'll have to watch and see what he can do, and yet to set a time, which is always risky around here. You've got to get a time in somehow. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just watching LFC now. He's coming on the back straight before the start-finish straight, and it's looking like it's actually a decent lap so far, so we'll see. He's just come across the final corner. I'm hoping he didn't invalidate them because it looked like he went a bit wide. What's his time? Oh, he goes P2.
There we go. That's a good lap.
That is what we are seeing.
I mean, we have Ibo's been disqualified.
Oh.
So he's spun at the final corner, and I just saw it as LFC went past, and yeah, he got parked in a dangerous location, which is so unfortunate for Ibo, actually.
Yeah. That's a bit, yeah, I said a bit unfortunate for him. Aledi's actually just bested LFC's time by 1/10 of a second. So Aledi now up into P2. LFC's been shifted down to P3, but a lot of these guys are now on their outlaps. Mike is just starting his lap. I'm interested to see what these guys just below LFC are going to do. The likes of James, MCR, Mike, Heated, and even Mr. Wooter and Smitsky as well, as Jasper has just gone into P2. Again, just improving another 10th on the car behind him. So I'm expecting to see a lot of improvements, and I'm definitely not expecting the results at the moment to stay how it is.
Yeah, this is very interesting. The two McLarens are line astern, with Maka behind, and he's confident he can beat that soft lap, so he needs to not make a mistake. Obviously, he's outside the top 10, he won't be starting on those tyres, but if he can beat that, I mean, good on him. And if he can get inside the top 10 as Adri goes up to P2, 28.6, and Mr. Wooter instantly beating that, 28.3 on the mediums. That's more of the times I was kind of expecting from the top guys. Adri falls a bit short, but we're going to get times thick and fast now as Ivor coming towards the final sector.
We'll see. Ivor coming along the back straight now before the DRS straight. Is he going to improve on his time? I'm expecting him to improve on his time, but is it going to be best enough to beat Mr. Wooter? Is he going to end up maybe even getting in the 27s? We will see as Ivor Brimwright is coming across the line. He does a 28.3. He does best Mr. Wooter only just by 500ths of a second. Now let's have a look. Jasper is slowed down on his lap. Adri, I think, is actually still going for another lap. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. Heated, yeah, as you said, just improved on his time. Aledi's going into the pits. What about James? or MCR. The two McLarens, I think, are just a little bit ahead of the Haas drivers, so we'll keep an eye on MCR and Maka as they're both just coming up to the final corner now. Nico goes up into P4, just drops down his sister team of Heated. Let's see, MCR, is he going to be able to best either Bryn Mike? He doesn't, he goes P5. What about Maka? He stays in P12. It's all down to this Haas driver now, who's gone up to second. The fastest
Wow.
medium runner. What about Adri? Is Adri going to come across the line? Let's see. Is he going to improve on his time? Is he going to best James? He doesn't. He goes P3.
Oh,
Wow.
that's more like what I expected. I was looking at that with about a minute to go, and it was very mixed up, and I was like, okay, this is a bit weird. And then the three that I kind of expected to be near the top on the mediums are the three that we ended up with: James, Adri, and Ivor. Very good qualifying by the Red Bulls. I think that was P4 and P6, which sets them
like
up
that,
well
yeah.
for the race.
Yeah, P4 and P6. Silent shifting, obviously putting it on pole, so nicely done too. He's actually our new reserve driver as well, on his debut and actually getting on pole. It is on the softer compounder tyre, but we'll see. He could be a bit of a dark horse towards the later bit of the race, but you know, silent shifting on pole with James in second, Adri in third, Ivor Bryn Mike in fourth, with Mr. Wuta and Nico rounding out the third line of the grid. MCR, Heated, Jasper and Aledi round out the rest of the top 10, literally only splitting them by 1.2 seconds from the top 10. Then you've got LFC, Maka, Smitsky, Ryan B, Cloudy Cloud, Dave, Ghost Recon, Frey and Ibo, who are all going to be starting on their own tyre choice.
Want to watch the race?
Who was in 11th? Was it Ghost? Was Ghost 11th?
I can't remember.
Whoever's starting in
I'll have a
11th, I think is going to be definitely the one to watch, because they're the
LFC.
first ones. Is it LFC?
Yeah, and it was very close actually.
Yeah, he gets his own choice of tyre, and his lap was looking, it looked like it was a pretty good lap from him. So if he starts maybe even on the hards, goes to the mediums at the end, he's definitely one to watch out for, because he can probably make up a few places if some of the guys up ahead make quite a few mistakes. So we'll see. Is LFC going to be able to get his first set of points this season, as well as Ghost Recon? I don't think he's got any points this season just yet either. I could be wrong though, but I'll have a double check.
I will check that. Ghost Recon has, it currently got no points from the one race he did last week. Retired at turn 2. Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's have a look. What tyres have those bottom runners gone on? So let's have a look. LFC has gone on the hard, same as Smitsky, Dave, and Ibo. So they're definitely ones to watch, the guys that are on the hard compounder tyre. All the rest of the guys in the bottom set have gone on mediums, and silent shifting, of course, qualifying on pole. He's the only one that's on the softs. As I said, that's one to watch out for, because he's probably going to be the only one doing a two-stop strategy, unless some of these guys end up sort of breaking their wings, which I hope doesn't happen on the first lap. But
Quite easy to do around here.
yeah, exactly. Especially up towards turn 1, considering how tight of a corner that is. It is very easy to break your wing.
Yeah, the thing is with turn 1, it's very wide on the entry, and you can go pretty much full wide into it. And then when you get to the apex, you can pretty much only get one car through there. And it's made to cause chaos.
Yeah.
That corner is.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's just see. By the way, if you guys want to tune into the Division 1 stream, that is now just starting as well. So, as I said, feel free to share the love of the streams. You're more than welcome to go over there and watch that as well. Macca's
I
left the
don't know if
session.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Is there any way of getting him in?
Hopefully, get back in. He should have spare invites, but I'm not entirely sure. Because we cannot invite.
Yeah.
Probably.
Macca hasn't said anything.
Someone invite Macca, because we cannot. I want to say we can't.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on there.
We're not able to get Macca back in, so hopefully someone else will be able to. Mark's quite interested in Maka versus LFC, but we need to get Maka back in ASAP. Ebo said that he sent an invite, so good guy, Ebo. Thank you very much, Ebo. As he's now just come up to the line, and we're now awaiting for these 5 red lights. So here we go. The 5 red lights. Who's going to get the best start off of the start? It's away we go, and it looks like the Renault of Adri's actually got a really good start on James, but also I think that's the Red Bull Ivor Brim Mike going up the inside of James and Adri. He's gone straight wide and he's just completely cut the corner.
I think he's missed his braking point.
He certainly has. He certainly has, and that's dropped him all the way down towards 11th, 12th. So he's not got a good start. The one that has had a good start, though, is LFC. He's up into 8th/9th place, going side by side with Ghost. Ghost gets a bit wide on the exit, and now LFC's back up into 8th position. Adri did not get himself a good start either, down in P7. James...
Ghost has gone up to 7 positions. Sorry, 7 positions up Ghost.
Wow, he has as well. And yeah, as I said, Mike going down 8 positions. Unfortunate for what happened at the start. But yeah, Ghost going up 7 positions now. Turn 10. Is anyone going to go into the back of anyone? This is what I'm not hoping to see. Mike was very close to the back of Aledi. Luckily, I don't think he did actually end up hitting him. Trying to go side by side with each other. Coming up towards turn 11. But I don't think he's able to get the traction out of that corner. And it's just going to have to stay behind him for now. Moving a little bit back towards the field. Frey is just up behind Cloudy Cloud. Is he going to be able to get a move done on the Alfa Romeo driver? He's going to have to be a little bit patient for it, but Cloudy Cloud goes very wide, and Frey goes down the inside of him. Cloudy Cloud is in a spin, and he's in the wall. Completely shattered his wing. He isn't out of the race, but his wing is just, it's completely gone.
Yeah, unfortunate for Cloudy. I just saw him. Yeah, he just got so much oversteer. And there we go. I was about to say Makos hasn't rejoined, and there he is.
I'm very sorry to interrupt you. It's this battle for the lead. Silent Shifting and James. They're both side by side going towards turn 1. Silent Shifting holding the outside of James and manages to hold and retain the lead of the Grand Prix. But his tyres are going to start to go off very, very quickly, as these softs definitely do not last. Probably past about 6 laps, especially if you've done qualifying times on them. So James is going to start to have the advantage relatively soon. We'll have to keep an eye on this battle for first places. There's another set of yellows in Sector 3. Ghost Recon looks like he's dropping down a bit. I'm hoping he hasn't got anything to do with it. Saying that, though, he's in a battle with Ryan B at the moment going through the S section.
There's nothing to do with Ghost. He was very close to the rear of Ryan there, but I think the yellows were for the debris from Cloud's car.
Right, okay, gotcha. Fair enough.
Oh, that was very close for Smitsky, nearly into the back of the Williams driver. Give him a poor run out of turn 10. Good Dave. No, Dave's a bit too far back, so he's going to get away with that one, but it's very, very close into the rear of Ghost Recon.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm going to switch back up to this battle for P3 as Nico, the 2 Spaniards, Nico and MCR, both battling for this final podium position. We are already on lap 2, of course, and it looks like the top 2 have already built up a second gap from... well, for the battle for 3rd as well, and then separating that is obviously the battle for 5th between Jasper, Mr. Wuta, Adri, Heated and LFC, all sort of relatively close with each other. So we'll see, but DRS has now been enabled. They're not going to have it on this DRS straight, but we are going to be waiting. I'm going to go on board with James because I have the feeling we could see a lead change here. Here we go. The DRS is now open. Let's see. Is he going to go down the inside of the Mercedes driver? He is just going to have to stay behind him for now. What about MCR? Is he going to be able to get a move done on Nico? He isn't. Is anyone actually going to go for a move? It does look like it. Aledi trying to go down the inside of Mike. Mike goes for the switchback on the Racing Point driver and retains P10 for now. He's got a lot of building up to do if he wants to try and go back up to where he originally was, because it did not look like it was a good start for him.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't really paying attention, rather.
Still watching the football?
Yep.
Had the feeling.
Oh, James looks to the inside of turn 11, can't get it done, but he's right up behind that Mercedes now, and surely this time around into turn 1, he's going to have the grip and the traction out of the final corner to be ahead at turn 1. He's just going to watch, make sure he doesn't get too good of an exit and go into the back of the Mercedes. He's going to slipstream him down the final straight before the final corner, and those softs seem to have hit cliff, and we're only on
Yeah.
lap 3. DRS is open for the Haas, goes to the inside, and should be ahead by the time we get to the braking zone of turn 1. Brakes. Mercedes trying it around the outside. He's not going to be able to hold. Oh, the switchback. Watch this. Can silent shifting do anything about it? No, but he's going to have the DRS. He's going to actually be really close down to turn 4. Can he get close enough to have a lunge into turn 4? No, he can't. And James has got that position. He's up into the lead.
Yeah, nicely done from James. And going back on board with the other Mercedes, Mr. Wooter, the other reserve driver, was side by side with Jasper and manages to get the move done on the Alfa Romeo driver. So nicely done from him now. Jasper's got it all to do because he's got Adri and Heated all behind him. Adri going to look to go down the inside of Jasper. A little bit of contact with each other that gives Heated the opportunity to try and get past them. And Heated's now side by side with Adri going in towards turn 10. Heated has spun.
Oh, he just spun.
He's touched the side of Adri. I don't think there was anything that the pair of them could do. Adri did leave him enough space, but I think it was just more he was just staying side by side with him, and I think may have touched the inside curb and just hit him.
Yeah, no, that was never going to work. I think there was actually a few drivers that got a bit lucky in that, because as a look, Heated does not have any damage, and he nearly clipped
LFC.
I think it was LFC on the way
Yeah.
through, and LFC just about avoided it, so they all kind of got away with that, except Heated, who's down now in 16th place.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Toro Rosso driver. I'm going back on board with this battle for P3 though. The two Spaniards, MCR and Nico. Nico now in the DRS of MCR. Is he going to be able to get a move done going in towards turn 1? DRS is wide open. He looks to go down the inside of the McLaren. They are both side by side going towards turn 1. A little bit of contact, but it doesn't look like there's anything too much. And MCR retains that P3, but it may not be for too long as Nico's got another set of DRS to play with. And MCR, I don't think there's anything that he can do. They're both side by side going towards turn 4. Nico down the inside. MCR trying to hold it around the outside. A little bit of contact, and I think that's Nico up into P3. So nicely done from the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, good move. As actually, I didn't notice. Yeah, the lead. As Ryan has had a spin. Oh, at turn 4, he's in the wall. That's caught another one. Obviously caught Frey in qualifying. It's caught Ryan on lap 5. I don't know if there's any contact with anyone else. But,
yeah,
he
collected a Letty with him as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he caught anyone. I don't know if the reason he spun is because he just didn't get traction or he hit someone. I don't know. But yeah, that's very unfortunate for the Ferrari driver.
It is indeed. And Ghost Recon, I've just seen, has dropped down a couple of places. He hasn't got a front wing either, so I don't know what's gone on with Ghost Recon. But he's currently driving around without a front wing.
I don't know either. And actually, considering he wasn't in the race for the first 2 laps, Maka is P12. And on the verge of points, he can literally... Well, no, he's in the points, sorry.
Yeah.
Got the point system. He's in the points after not driving the car for the first 2 laps. So, good going as Smitsky's going to... Oh, that was very close. Smitsky's pitting, which means he must have damage because he's on the hards.
Oh, we've got this battle for the lead. It's very hard battling. James and Silent Shifting. Silent Shifting going down the inside of James. James holding it around the outside. I'm surprised Silent Shifting's tyres have not actually just sort of burst as of yet. He was challenging back for the lead of the race. There's still 1.5 seconds ahead of Nico, who's down in P3. Or say up in P3 because he's gone up 3 places. So, yeah, it's interesting because he's now been on, what, 6 lap old soft tyres? Only one on the soft.
Yeah,
so
I think the slipstream might be keeping him in this one.
It does look as if it is. He's looking to go down the inside of James again. James fighting that very hard against Shifting. Pushing him all the way towards the outside, but Shifting holding down the inside of the corner into turn 11. James trying to hold it around the outside, both going too wide, going around turn 12 as well. A little bit of contact. That's going to allow Nico and MCR to try and see if they can challenge for the lead as well. With these two battling up ahead, it's now given those two the opportunity to see if they can get their hands on the race lead. But Shifting trying to go back around the outside of James. Brakes very late in towards the final corner and not able to do so. James holding that race position at the moment, but it's not over for him yet as he has got the DRS. Adri is the one that has gone the fastest. Gets past and goes all the way to the inside, covering that off for James. James trying to go back around the outside of silent shifting, and he actually manages to do so. That's given Nico the opportunity to see if he can try and get past these guys as well. James trying to hold the inside of the racing line and is able to hold it just about. Shifting's tyres look like they're starting to go off now. It's given Nico the opportunity to see if he can get past into P2. These guys battling for the top spot. These top four, it looks like it's going to be an intense battle between these lot.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, these two battling at the front has really cost them. They were, what, 1-2 seconds up the road from Nico and put him right into play, and that's exactly what James wouldn't have wanted. Shifting, fighting a battle he didn't really need to. His tyres are that far, and I think he's trying to make the one-stop work.
Yeah.
It's a struggle, and yeah, it's the more he battles, obviously, the more it's going to cost him the time. So, well, the tyre wear. So, I know he's trying to keep the position, and actually, if he does get the lead back and can hold the lead, it's even better for him because it kind of neutralises everyone else. And we have a spinner, and that is Maka. Who has, yeah, he has made contact, has lost his front wing, half his front wing, so.
Yeah. But here we go, silent shifting now in the pits, changing onto another set of the soft, so he is going for the two-stop strategy. As Jasper is trying to go around the outside of Mike, going in towards turn one, a little bit of lag between the pair of them. LFC almost went into the back of Jasper, but Mike just holding up in a P6. He has it's done well to get his way back up to P6. Let's see. Oh, Jasper hits the back of Mike, and LFC's been caught up with it. I don't know if he lost any wing though. I didn't see any sort of wing fly off, and LFC's been given a 5-second time penalty for it. So it's unfortunate for the Ferrari driver.
As James has now got a little bit of, well, Nico's still within DRS range, but a tad too far back to really have an attack at the Haas driver as MTR's all over the back of, well, two Spaniards having it out here. As Adri's not too far behind as well with Mr. Ruta. So those five look the five that could be battling for this podium. I'm not going to rule out either just yet. But with that penalty, it could cost him, as Dave has gone for a little journey at the downhill S's in Sector 2.
Yeah, unfortunate for him.
Has lost a few positions because of that, but no damage done to his front wing, and he carries on.
Yeah, unfortunate for Dave. He's now taken that Haas from Fuzz. Fuzz has decided to sort of quit the league, so it's sad to see him go for it, but Dave now replacing him in the Haas. Not doing too well at the moment, down in 15th, but you never know. It's not over till, well, it's not over till it's over. He's looking like he's going for a two-stop strategy as well, so we'll see how he opts to do that. But in the meantime, back to this battle for the lead between James, Nico and MCR. All three of them. About sort of even between the three of them. Adri looking like he's catching up to these guys as well. He's almost within DRS range of MCR, so I reckon when it comes up towards the start finish straight, he'll be within DRS range.
Yeah, Mr. Wooter dropping back actually from these guys, so it's developing more into a four-way fight than the five-way fight that I bought a couple of laps ago. But yeah, the pressure from MCR is putting a lot more pressure on Nico than Nico is on James, and every time these two, well, the closer MCR gets, the better it is for James, because James can just sit back at the moment, manage his race. It's the others that have got to catch him, and like the more he stays in the front, the better chance he's got of winning this race, because his tyres are going to be fresher from not being sat in behind in the dirty air, and all these factors that come with the dirty air and stuff like that. And yeah, James is just in such a good position at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is looking like he's in the best position as we speak. Adri, though, is within DRS of MCR now. He's only 7 tenths behind. He's built a massive gap up already from Mr. Wooter. There's yellows in Sector 2 and Sector 3. Is that Ryan B? He
Ryan.
has. He spun it up turn 12. I'm assuming he must have gotten too wide on the curb. And his front wing is almost basically completely gone. But back up to this battle for the lead of the race. These top four all still within DRS range of each other. Adri looking like he's closing up quite quickly on MCR. So we'll see how he does, see if he manages to get past his fellow Spaniard. And if he's able to get past his other Spaniard that's just up ahead of him.
Yeah, as oh yeah, no, it's the three Spaniards together actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. Surprising. I mean, Adri's been in contention the last couple of races, but something's always gone wrong. And as I've said, well, apparently I have the commentator's curse, and I don't want that curse. So Adri, just don't. No, I'm not even gonna say it. There's no point.
Yeah. I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta keep my mouth shut now.
Yeah. As Jasper's the first one of the medium runners to come into the pits, so he's looking like to see if he can get an undercut done on any of these guys. Aleddy's also followed them into the pits, going onto the set of the hard tyres. So that's their stop done. Will Jasper be able to make up some places for going for the undercut? Quite a nice helicopter view over here of the top four, along with Ryan B just behind them. All these guys coming down in towards turn 10. Let's see who's got the better traction out of it. It looks like Adri's actually got really good traction coming out of turn 10 and is all up the back of MCR. He's closed that gap quite quickly as well, so we'll see if he comes up towards turn 1. Is he going to be able to get past? They are in a bit of a DRS train though, so it's a bit difficult for him to get past, get anywhere close to MCR, even the likes of Nico as well, because MCR's closing up to the back of him as well. And Nico's almost out of DRS range from James as there's yellows in Sector 3. That isn't Ryan B again, is it? It isn't.
That is Ivor.
That was Ivor.
Yeah. I don't know about the front wing, but he's been up, yeah, and he has broken his front wing.
It is practically gone. But it gives them your perfect opportunity to get into the pits right now, as James, MCR, and Mr. Wooter have all come into the pits. So our current race leader, is in the pits. So LFC's also come into the pit. Wait, no, LFC started on the hards, didn't he? He's up in P3.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. But Silent Shifting has managed to undercut James, but he has got to do another stop.
Yeah, Silent Shifting has been pumping in purple lap times on the softs, so I think he's doing a soft medium strategy, and he'll come in again around lap 17, 18.
Yeah, so we'll see how he gets
on. No, there's that cloudy cloud. Yep, he has been. Yeah, he's had a little spin at turn 10, as you see the leaders in the background there at turn 10.
Certainly do.
It'll be interesting to see who comes out ahead. Can Nico and Adri pull out the overcut, or will MCR be able to gain any positions?
That is an interesting one to watch. I mean, James was just stuck behind Frey a little bit coming up towards turn 4. Has managed to get past him already though, so let's see if any of these guys are going to get stuck behind Frey as well. I mean, I'm assuming that Frey is going to be making a pit stop this lap along with these top two. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Is Nico coming in the pits? Nico is coming in the pits. It's Adri. Adri's staying out, so he's going out for one more lap. I think he's going to want to try and go for a fast lap and maybe try and get the overcut on the likes of James, the likes of Nico. But there's one person we can't sleep on, and it's the Ferrari that's in P3. It's LFC. He started on the hard tyres. Granted, he hasn't made any stop yet, but these guys that are behind him, they're on the harder compounds. He's going to be coming out on the mediums, so we'll see if LFC is able to make up any more places as soon as he's made his pit stop. If he was to pit probably on around lap 16 or 17, he'd probably come out around where Heated is, Heated or Jasper. and then
Nico just got ahead of Frey at the exit of the pit lane. They went side by side at turn 1, and Nico gave him a really big squeeze at the exit of turn 1 into turn 2, and good overtake from Nico actually, as he came out the pits just behind and had to kind of dive into turn 1. But he made sure he doesn't lose any ground to James, and still in that kind of range where he can make an overtake work.
Yeah, for certain as well. I just quickly went on board with Adri as he had got caught up in a little bit of traffic with Ivo going in towards turn 10. And I think Ivo could have moved out of his way sort of any quicker than what he did. So hopefully that doesn't affect him sort of as much. But I think you got the likes of LFC that's now sort of he's trying to hold this position from silent shifting. It will promote him into the lead as soon as Adri comes into the pits, which is what he is doing right now. So LFC is going to be in the lead of the race. Only briefly though, because it looks like Silent Shifting is going to try and get past LFC as fast as he possibly can. Silent Shifting now going to have the DRS on the Ferrari. It's the Ferrari versus the Mercedes. Silent Shifting going down the inside of LFC. Is he going to be able to get past him going in towards turn 1? It was very briefly that he was in the lead, but Silent Shifting now down the inside of LFC. Silent Shifting gets the move done, but LFC's not done yet. He's wanting to try and get the switchback done. Not able to do so, but has got the DRS on the Mercedes driver. Now, is he going to be able to get past?
Adri's pulled the overcut on Nico.
Oh, he has as well. He's only just out ahead of him. But Adri hasn't got DRS, Nico does. Will Nico be able to get past Adri? Going in towards turn 4. No, he isn't. So Adri now up into P4. Could potentially be P3 when Silent Shifting makes his next pit stop.
That's phenomenal driving from Adri. That must be on. I'll just check what lap time he did on those worn mediums, because he did a 32. No, he did a. Well, it's pretty confusing because he went in the pits. But yeah, his sector times. His first sector was very slow, but compared to I'll compare it to Nico. It was pretty much exactly the same. And middle sector was 3 tenths faster on those worn mediums.
Wow.
Than Nico on his hards. So yeah, that's an insane lap to get him out ahead of Nico.
Yeah, without a doubt. Just quickly seen as well, Dave spun it at turn 2, and I think has completely lost his wing, so he's going to have to go around. It's not been a good day for one house driver, but the other house driver is currently trying to battle for the lead of the race. He's only 7 seconds behind LFC and Silent Shifting, but Silent Shifting, as I said, he's got to make another pit stop. And we're expecting him to come out probably behind MCR or even Mr. Wooter as James and Adri go side by side in towards turn 1. Will Adri be able to get the move done on James? No, he will not, but he has got another DRS zone that he needs to try and get it done. So let's see, will James hold it going up in towards turn 4? He does.
Turning it off now. Right, don't need the distraction. It goes. Now I can concentrate. There we go.
I'm assuming Tottenham scored again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway. No one cares about my life-depending football game anyway. Nico is starting to, well, I'd say starting to fall off. He had a bad exit at turn 10 and it's cost him some time, and it might even lose him DRS. We'll have to wait and see as the yellow's in sector 2. Was that Ibo just going wide?
I think it was, yeah, just getting out of the way of everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, LFC really has made up quite a bit, and even when he does go into the pits, he's probably going to come out around where Mr. Wooter is, maybe even where Heated is. So he's done a good job on these hard tyres so far, and then he's going to be on a softer compound than what the rest of these guys will be, other than Silent Shifting, because he'll be on the mediums with him. So we will look to those two, both Silent Shifting and LFC, to see if they'll make up, but it could even possibly both go on for a podium. Who knows? As Heated is the one that has just set the fastest lap of the race, doing a 1:31.3. It's a pretty good lap time.
Yep. Adri's still on the back of James. James getting away from the Renault, but these two are actually starting to break away from all the others. So this could be interesting. And we'd have to wait and see. Silent shifting will come out a fair way behind these guys, about 9 seconds the gap. But it's see what he can do on the mediums, as will LFC. It'll be fairly far down as well. So just can they get through the traffic quickly enough to threaten the guys at the top?
Yeah, we will have to see. I mean, Adri's now sort of within 4 tenths of James. See if he will be able to get a move done once again, going in towards maybe turn 1, or even going into turn 4. As I'm just watching this battle between for P11, like the final point scoring positions between Aledi, Frey, and Mike. Aledi managing to get past the Toro Rosso driver, but Frey staying on the back of him on 3-lap fresher set of hard tyres. Even Mike's a few laps fresher, and there we go. Silent shifting and LFC both making their way into the pits. So where are they going to come out in relation to maybe Mr. Wooter? Mr. Wooter is now just coming across the finish line.
Oh,
I think silent shifting, is he going to be out ahead of his teammate?
no, cut
He
across
is.
here. Adri's just totally made the move for the lead. And James back up the inside of turn 4. James had a really big slide at turn 1, and it gave Adri a great chance down the straight. And James just sends it down the inside of turn 4 and manages to keep P1. But all this battling is going to hamper them because no, not Mr. Wheater. Silent shifting isn't actually that far away. 13 seconds in 12 laps. That is very doable on fresh mediums.
It's definitely doable. I'm kind of shocked at how LFC's like about 6 or 7 seconds behind silent shifting. I don't know what's happened to him because he was only 2 seconds behind him coming out of the pit, going into the pits.
I don't know. Maybe he got held in his bit, but I'm not sure.
Maybe. But we'll look to see if he ends up making up some more places as well as silent shifting. As you said, he's only 10 seconds behind MCR. He could catch up to him, maybe even to Nico. It depends if he's going to end up catching up to the guys in front to win the race. But Adri now closer than ever to James, coming up towards turn 1. Let's see, Adri gonna look to go around the outside of the Haas driver. Will James be able to hold it down the inside? I don't think he will. Adri trying to go around the outside, or James looking to hold it down the inside. Little bit of contact between the pair of them, and James does hold first position for now, but it's not over yet. I think James is the one that's got the DRS. Yeah, so Adri isn't going to be able to get the move done on James. James keeping the DRS and keeping first place. All of this battling is just going to help Nico and MCR to just keep on catching up to the pair of them. And that's also going to benefit the likes of Silent Shifting, LFC, even Mr. Wooter and Heated. So we'll see how it goes towards the end of the race. We have only got 11 laps to go. Nico now within the DRS range of the Renault driver. We'll see which Spaniard comes out on top of all of these guys, because they are currently P2, 3 and 4. So we will see which one will come out on top.
Adri has. Oh, this brought Nico right back into the battle. He will have DRS this time around, as James having to defend into the final corner from the Renault driver. He's going to get a very good run off the exit of turn 14, and James is. That was a bit of his ghosting. I don't know. But Adri is well ahead as into turn 1. James will have to get a good exit out of turn 1 and turn 2 to have a chance at Adri down the straight with the DRS. He does have the DRS. Got him in the Renault, but he's a bit too far back. And those positions are going to stay. Adri has the lead of the race.
And funny enough, this will be Adri's first LOE win. I don't think he's actually gotten a win in LOE as of yet. So, will Adri pick up his first win for... Well,
glad
in
I didn't
Division
say
3.
That, because yeah.
Hopefully I won't be the one that will commentators curse him. But we'll see. We will see. as James opening up his DRS on Adri. I don't think he's going to get a move done into turn 11, but he will be closer when it comes up towards turn 1. Will Adri defend as hard as what James has been defending? Because he looks like he's been pushing people basically towards the edge of the track. It's been hard. It's been very hard racing, but very fair racing. With a little bit of lag involved as well. Let's see,
James with DRS, yeah, on Adri down into turn 1. This is going to be a lot closer than before. And the last couple of laps, Adri doesn't defend it. James is going to send one down the inside. Adri going to hang it round the outside and will have the corner into turn 2. James does hang it round the outside of turn 2, and there's contact there between him and Adri. Adri not going to have a run down into turn 4 because he was a bit far back after that little bit of contact. James retakes the lead. All this squabbling is allowing Mercedes of silent shifting to close back up, and he is now 10 seconds off.
Yeah, only 10 seconds off of the lead of the race. I don't even know if any of these guys have got penalties or anything. So penalties could play a massive part into these guys as well.
Well, the max I saw was 1 warning. Any phone. No penalties at the moment in the top 5.
So no one has any penalties, so it is literally going to have to be done on track. Will silent shift and be able to make his way up and maybe even potentially battle for the lead of the race. LFC is gaining time on Heated. Heated is only just behind Mr. Wooter as well, so we look like we could be seeing a battle for P6 relatively shortly, but this battle for the lead is the one that is looking like it is the closest. Adri is constantly gaining on James, going down the DRS straight up towards turn 1. James goes a little bit wide. Adri breaks it a little bit early. Gets a nice run out of turn 2, but I think he's a bit too far away from James to be able to get a move done on the Haas driver. As Heated and Mr. Wooter have changed places. Smitsky is out of the race. That's actually our first retirement of the race as well. I'm not too sure whereabouts he has been it.
I'll keep an eye out.
Let's see, Macca's pretty close to the back of Ryan B as well. It's battle for P15 now. It isn't for points, but you never know what can happen.
That's where Smitsky's crashed.
Where?
Down at turn 12. I'm assuming on the curb.
The elusive corner, as I'd like to call it. Nico's actually out of DRS from Adri. Adri's managed to make the DRS out of Nico, and Adri is borderline out of the DRS from James, but he is only managing to hold in it only just, and I think he has got the DRS on the Haas driver. Yes, he does, so he is maintaining that DRS from him. Has Nico got DRS? No, he doesn't, and MCR doesn't have DRS either, so all of this is benefiting Adri massively, especially with all his other guys around him not having the DRS. Adri now going to have DRS coming up towards turn 4 as well. So let's see, is he going to be able to get a move done on the Haas driver of James? I will go on board with Adri. He doesn't look like he's close enough, so he's going to have to wait maybe another lap or when it comes up towards turn 11 to see if he can get a move done for the lead of the race.
And let me just do the usual thing, check on the gap. Still 10 seconds. So he hasn't actually made inroads in the last couple of laps. Could that medium tyre be starting to fade? That'll be very early in the stint. He's 5 laps in and struggling to gain. Maybe it's because the top guys aren't battling as much now. The gap's not coming down that much.
Yeah, for certain. I'm also keeping my eye on that gap with LFC as well, to maybe the likes of Wooter and Heated Mr. Wouter is only within 1 second, or almost within 1 second of heated, but LFC is catching that gap up quite quickly. He's only 2.5 seconds now behind the pair of them, only about 4 seconds behind heated as well. So LFC could be on for a 6th place here, which would be good points for the Ferrari team, considering that Ryan's all the way down in 15th. Adri, with his DRS open, still not close enough to the back of James, but also this battle in the background of it, Nico and MCR. MCR has got DRS open on Nico, and I don't think MCR is able to get the move done as of yet, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get the move done going towards turn 4, although he does look pretty close. Will he get the move done? No, he won't. He stays in P4 for now, and Adri remains in P2.
I say, we've had this battle the whole race. The only position I think's changed is in the pit stops. So,
Yeah.
I feel like people are struggling to get right up to the back of someone to overtake, which is really surprising around this track. But none of the three behind James can really get close enough to the others to challenge.
Yeah, it doesn't look as if they are getting sort of close enough, are they?
But the fact that they're not battling now, actually silent shifting, is not gaining at all. Still 10 seconds. And I think P5 might be the limit for where he can achieve in this race, unless something goes calamitously wrong. Did I make a word then? I don't know. If I did, I'm copywriting it and someone else can use it. But, probably didn't. The other man that pit onto the medium tyres, LFC, 8th place currently. Obviously came out behind a lot of traffic, whereas silent shifting didn't. And is only about 3 seconds from 6th. So that has to be where he's aiming for, as there is a car coming out the pit lane. That is his teammate Ryan, who down in 16th place right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was just touching on LFC the lap before as well. He was about 4 seconds behind heated. He's now only got it down to about 2.5 seconds. So he's made up about a second and a half in the last lap. So he looks like he will be in contention for that P6. Will heated and Mr. Witt be able to defend from him though is a different story. But this battle for the lead is still sort of keeping up with each other. Adri just sort of staying on the back of James as we speak. Nico and MCR just sort of staying on the back of Adri. It just looks like it's this little train that's going, but Nico's just sort of losing DRS. MCR just sort of getting DRS and then losing it again. But James looked like he's just lagged ahead a little bit, and then was just gaining 4 tenths just from lagging. But Adri has still got DRS on the house driver, so it's not all...
Only just, and he needs to find some real pace if he's going to win this race. Because as I said before, no penalties for any of the top 4, the top 5, sorry.
Yeah.
So he's really got to do something. There's, I think, which car is that? Is that Ghost? No, that's Ibo. Ibo is about to be lapped for the 2nd time in this race, after I think he's had quite a few incidents. So, yeah, as the leaders come across him in the middle sector, which is not what they're going to want to do at all. But Ibo won't make it at all, as Adri's closed right up to James, unless that was a bit of lag. Yeah, it was. Great.
Oh,
fantastic.
Lovely.
Right up behind him, and then he just glitches about half a mile up the road. Yeah, this is the fight for P1 now. It's between these two. The other two are starting to
drop back,
fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow's in sector 3. Dave is out of the race. I don't know if he's actually retired it in the pits, or if he actually has just completely binned it. I think he has put it in the pits to retire. But Adri now only 5 tenths just behind James. He looks like he got the better run as well out of the final corner. A much better run out of the final corner. Adri looking to see if he can possibly go down the outside of the Haas driver, both side by side, going up in towards turn 1. Is Adri going to be able to get the move done? He's down the inside for turn 2. Squeezes him a little bit, and Adri, what a move, gets the move done on the Haas driver. But James is the one with DRS. Adri looking to hold the inside up to turn 4. Adri, they're both side by side going in towards turn 4, and I think Adri has held it. Oh, bit of contact, and James goes off the track a little bit. I think Adri thought the corner had already been made, and I think it's just a bit of a tap between the pair of them. But Adri now up into first position with only 4 laps left to go of the race. This battle for first is now really heated up, because with these two battling, Nico and MCR are going to be the ones catching up to these two. So we could still see a 4-way battle for first position. James almost hitting the back of Adri.
Very close though, and Adri did find that pace and did make the move, but James is not going to give that up easily. He's right on the back of him already, after being pushed a bit wide at turn 4. Well, yeah, and he's gained that time back, so Adri has got to be careful. James will have the slipstream, will probably have the run to be side by side at turn 1, if not the head. What Adri does then is very interesting, because if James gets this lead, he will do everything in his grasp to not let it go, as will Adri. But I think James just that little bit more ruthless, as in he can get into those positions.
Here we go. James going down the inside.
Up the inside goes James. Adri gonna try it around the outside. There's going to be no room for him, and there goes James into P1. Adri quite far back, and he's not going to have a run down into turn 4. And this could bring, actually Nico could come back into this, depending on how hard these guys battle. It's not over at all. These top 4, it's closing back up again. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, without a doubt, we've only got, well, it's actually 3 laps left to go. Halfway through the 27th lap as we speak. But Nico now already within DRS of Adri, so it is this 4-way battle for the lead of the race. Nico, I don't know if he's going to be able to close up to the back of Adri as quickly, but Adri with a DRS on James up towards turn 11, not able to get the move done, so he's going to have to stay behind the Haas driver for now. But he's going to be closer than ever coming up towards turn 1 to get the move done. I feel like this could come down to the final lap. Whoever's behind and who's got the DRS could end up getting the move done. So a little bit of a strategy. Let's see, Adri didn't look like he got the best exit out of the final corner. In fact, Nico looks like he's closer to him than what Adri looks like he's closer to James, although Adri going down the outside of James. James coming off the inside line, both still side by side going towards turn 1, bit of contact. James retains the lead of the race, but Nico's now side by side with Adri going towards turn 2. Bit of contact, and Nico's now up in the second, but MCR's also gone down the inside of Adri. Adri is losing out. It's just out 2 places to his fellow Spaniards, and it's now down in the P4. That's given Nico the opportunity to see if he can get past James as well. But with these 2 battling behind him, I think Adri, it looks like he might have to settle for 4th position.
Right, he's the move Nico did put Adri in a very dangerous position, because normally when you come out of turn 2, you gotta follow down the straight, but he got him right on the exit of turn 2, and it kind of forced Adri out. He kind of had to lift off a little bit, and MCR straight down the inside at turn 4, and Nico now with a chance of winning this race, which a couple of laps ago he was fighting to hold on to that 3rd position. So yellow flag since Ars Maka has retired and joins the exclusive club of Dave and Swinsky as 3 retirements. But as we are about to head on to the final lap of this race, Silent Shifting going to have to settle for 5th. He's in a bit of no man's land right now, unless something happens. But Nico's going to have such a good slipstream down the straight. Nico, James already pulling to the right by the middle of the track. Nico, where does he go? James is going very defensive. Nico's going to have to go around the outside. James is going to brake late, I assume, but Nico straight around the outside. He's going to squeeze James. James has to give him the room on the inside, and there's not much there, to be honest. Who has the DRS? It is Nico. Nico has the DRS, but on the outside. Who's gonna be able to hold this move? James up the inside. He's gonna. There's contact. There's big contact. And MCR is gonna sweep through and maybe take both positions here. Can he get alongside the Haas? No, he can't. He just sits behind. But Nico's lost out massively from that big dive from James, just about within the limits of
Oh,
dive.
Nico!
As Nico now goes up the inside of MCR to get that second place back, and MCR's off the track. Did get forced off the track, so he should be able to hold on to that position as Nico tries it round the outside. It's never going to end well with them two side by side. He's going to give Adri an almighty run on the pair of them. As who has the DRS? Nico has the DRS. There's no room for Adri.
Oh, Adri can't go anywhere.
Oh, he's going to have to. No, he's off the track. There's no room for him there. MCR are going to lose that position to Adri. So MCR went from nearly taking the lead with 2 sectors to go, being back down to 4th, and Adri back up to 3rd. But it's not over yet. As MCR, I think James has probably got away with this one with the lap with 1 corner left. Nico's not close enough. MCR doesn't quite get the toe down the final straight, and is going to have to settle for 4th place. But there might be a few stewards calls after with the final lap. Yeah, and there you go. Top 4 stay the same with James, Nico, Adri. The podium finishes MCR. Oh, Ivor's retired on the final lap.
He's been there. I think that was at turn. I think that was turn 10 as well.
Wait,
at turn 10.
was everyone else lapped? Wait, let me just confirm this. No, there was 2 other drivers that weren't lapped. He's going to finish 13th. He's going to finish just outside the points. Oh man, he was so close. If 1 more person had been lapped, he would have finished in the points.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I want to point out: all that battling on the final lap. Silent shifting went from 10 seconds behind to 4.
Yeah.
Behind the leader. On the final, like that's 6 seconds is gained in like the final 2 laps of when they were battling. So it's ridiculous. Frey's going to get that through. Don't know who that was.
I think it was Cloudy Cloud.
Cloudy Cloud, yeah, he was a lap down on them. And then we wait. Ghost 2 is at turn 13. Final 1, he will pick up the final point as Ivor crashed with not much of the lap left, unfortunately for him.
I've also just noticed as well, LFC's moved up ahead of Mr. Ruta. So LFC, first points position, and it's P7. Ghost, first points position as well.
Oh. Yeah. I think Ghost had a very difficult race. I think he would take.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It was a race that was very. It was very anticlimactic until the point of like the last 2 laps where it actually happened.
Yeah.
The battling actually happened. Nothing really happened for the first 27, and then the last 2 laps it all kicked off. And yeah, credit to everyone on the podium, even MCR, and actually Silent Shifting as well in 5th place. They all drove phenomenally. Who do you think your driver of the day is?
That's tough to call. It literally could be any one of the top 4. It honestly could. I don't know. It is so tough to call. LFC's actually just said in the chat that because of that 5-second time penalty that he got with Jasper when Jasper spun, it gave him a stop-go penalty. So that's why he came out at 6 seconds behind Silent Shifting. Otherwise, he would have been with him. He would have been with him. But your final race classification, you have James, who has won. Will it be for now? We don't know, because it looked like it was hefty racing at the end, with Nico and Adri rounding out the rest of the podium. MCR with P4, Silent Shift in 5th, Heated 6th, LFC 7th, Jasper in 8th, Mr. Wooter 9th, Aledi in 10th, Frey 11th, Ghost Recon taking the final points position in P12. Ivory Mike unfortunately DNF'd on the final lap with Ryan B, Cloudy Cloud, Ibo, Maka, Dave and Smitsky. Maka, Dave and Smitsky, the only 3 that didn't manage to finish in the end, along with Ivory Mike, but had already lapsed the likes of Ibo and the rest of the guys as well. So, wow, that was, as you said, the end of the race then was very, very interesting.
Yeah, it all basically kicked off with 2 laps to go, and basically anyone on that podium, anyone in that top 5, the positions could be completely switched depending on if stewards calls are made. Don't want to preempt them, but it literally could be any of the top 4 that get moved around, Well, probably not MCR. But yeah, the other three we'll have to wait and see when it does the race results.
Yeah, we will see. But that has been the Division 3 stream. That was a very good race at the end of, well, at the end of it all between James and the three Spaniards. And hopefully we will see more battles like that to come, as long as it isn't exactly to the point where they are bashing each other off the track. Well, thank you everyone for watching the stream. Division 1 is currently going right now, and Division 2 looks like we'll be starting maybe in about 5 to 10 minutes, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But as always, I've been Jaco. RJ, thank you as well for coming to commentate, and we'll catch you guys next week, which I believe is the Chinese Grand Prix.